All right. Welcome everyone to this Tchoova Njinga Innovation Challenge online information session. I'll be your host and I'll be your presenter. My name is Aze Kandiero. I'm a project manager at MHub. I have several colleagues as well that have joined this call from our partners, DT Global. Maybe I'll be able to introduce them in my next slide so that you know the team from Tchoova Njinga Innovation Challenge. At some point, they might also come in just to answer some questions and etc. But in the interest of time, I'll be taking you through the presentation. I think we've had several information sessions these past few weeks. However, we're having this specific one way to be more interactive. We want more questions. We want to also help you in terms of the application process itself. We'll do more of a live demo, and we'll ensure that each one of you is able to access the platform for you to apply for the Tchoova Njinga Innovation Challenge. As I said, the Tchoova Njinga team, specifically, as I said, it's run by DT Global. There you see from Malawi Challenge manager, that is Emas Potolani. Then there's Taylor, who's the regional challenge manager, based in Lusaka. And then there's Bryony, and then she's the director of the global programs in England. So that's the team. However, they have local partners like us, MHub, who are coming in as a financial partner, and we'll be able to, or I will be able to rather explain what that means. But there are several of them. Ideas Consortium there, you can see there's Challenge Works, ITAD, Encompass, and some of them you'll be able to see as we go through this presentation, how they're coming in as partners and how they're supporting the program or the challenge itself. So the agenda, I'll give you the brief background overview of the innovation challenge. Then I'll show you the eligibility and also evaluation criteria. The most important part, understanding the funding streams, and then how to apply. I think that's one of the most aspects for this specific information session. We'll do a live demo, then an open Q&A. However, if you have any questions, you can always forward them or comment, and I'm sure the team will be able to pick them up and share them with me so that I can be able to answer them. If not, the DT Global team will be able to pick them up as well and be able to answer these specific questions. Moving on from this. We'll be going through the background, as I said, clarify what the challenge is and what is not, unpack what we mean by innovation, right? So we'll be also unpacking what we mean by innovation. So as for the background, the Tchoova Njinga Innovation Challenge is building up from a foundation led by another activity, right? Bicycles for Growth, which aims to tackle development challenges, specifically in Malawi and Zambia through increased adoption of bicycles. So take note of those specific areas, Malawi and Zambia. And this specific challenge aims to achieve this by incentivizing the development and scaling of innovative solutions. But it's in relation with bicycles. So as we said, this specific challenge is being run by ideas. So innovative design, execution, and acceleration support, right? It's a mechanism which has been supported by USAID. And I think part of the team that I introduced earlier is part of this ideas mechanism. The Tchoova Njinga Innovation Challenge as we said, is a multi-year award totaling up to 2.2 million for bicycle-related ideas. I'll be able to break down how that 2.2 million is looking like, but I think you've already been able to see the key points there. Bicycle-related ideas, Malawi, Zambia, and etc. So as for the challenge statement, it's to develop or scale a cost-effective bicycle solution, specifically for people in the rural areas. As much as here it's been mentioned that rural areas, but we're expecting that at least the innovation is able to impact whether it's peri-urban areas, urban areas, but as long as it's showing impact in Malawi and Zambia, that enables the effective transportation of people or goods or the delivery of services in order to improve livelihoods. So among low-income households and also specifically women. So moving on from that challenge statement. So I'll take you through the first stage of the application process. The first stage of the application process is called the concept note stage. So firstly, as you know, some of you maybe already explored the platform, the challenge.gov, and I'm sure it's been asking you to answer specific questions and etc. So this is the first stage, the concept note stage, where now applicants must submit a concept note in English, right? I think we've had a lot of questions here where some are saying, okay, what if that person does not, are not able to write in English? That specific person should be able to maybe find someone who can help them to be able to apply for this challenge in English, if they have a good innovation or even a good idea. The first part is confirmation of eligibility criteria, stream whether they think would be most suitable. So we'll be able to understand which stream they're suitable for. To also, at this stage, confirm if they're eligible for this challenge. Basic organizational information, right? Are you registered? Registration status, organizational type, and etc. Then project details. We're looking at now in line with the evaluation criteria. So whatever technical approach that you go ahead with, we'll be able to confirm through your project details, right? So when you say in line with the evaluation criteria, specifically, is it strategic fit? The innovation itself, is it in line with the challenge statement, right? You're bringing in solutions that are impacting low-income households, impacting women, but also improving on transportation, whether it's of goods, whether it's of services, and etc. So I'll be able to also break down the evaluation criteria. Here, I'm just outlining them to say, is it strategic fit? Is it innovation? Is it unique? And each one of them has specific percentages or we're scoring on. So if you see there, there's 30%. And then on the technical approach, there's 40%, which is the highest, which means this is where now, where the judges or the independent committee that is going to be coming in will be reviewing more intensely. And then organizational capacity, capabilities, equity, localization agenda, which is 20%, gender, equity, inclusion considerations, 10%. So we'll be able to take you through all these criteria at some point. So for those that do not know, the concept note itself can also be found at challenge.gov. As much as you're applying for the challenge, it's good to maybe skim through this concept note before you even start applying for it. So you can always go on challenge.gov along with a copy of instructions on how to apply. And then application stage 2 will comprise of a full proposal, including the budget, only applicable to those that will be finalists. I'll be able to explain at this stage is someone or an individual or an organization or a business is at the finalist stage. So as I said, this is application stage 1. This is where we are at. And then there's also application stage 2, where now finalists, those that will be selected, will be given a chance to now do a full proposal, which is inclusive of the budget itself. As I said, feel free to ask questions. The team will be able to compile them, and then I'll be able to answer some of them that I'll be able to. But if there's some that maybe the DT Global team will have to come in, they'll be also able to come in and also answer these questions. So how are we defining innovation within this program or challenge? In our aspect, innovation is the development, the application, and scaling of new or improved ways to produce results and create value. So this is just based on how we are, in our context, trying to define innovation. On our side, innovation means improving mobility solutions, right? Which is introducing new ways of enhanced access to affordable, sustainable, and reliable bicycles in Malawi and Zambia. Leveraging local expertise, right? So developing ideas that prioritize the use of locally available resources, skills, and cultural context. For us, that is defined as innovation. Addressing rural challenges. So designing products or services that solve specific barriers within rural settings. As for us and deserved populations, particularly we're looking at women, youth, and smallholder farmers. Then the next one is sustainable and also scalable models, where we're proposing solutions that not only work, but have the potential to grow and sustain impact over time. Right? So we're looking at, as we define innovations, we're defining it as improving mobility solutions, so leveraging local expertise, addressing rural challenges, but also sustainable and scalable models. I hope now you understand what we define as innovation as the Tchoova Njinga Innovation Challenge. Now, before I proceed, I think I've mentioned on the background, the challenge statement, the applicant stage 1, where the concept note, what it entails, what this stage is. I've touched a bit of the eligibility criteria, but I've also touched on what is defined as the innovation within this Tchoova Njinga challenge. Now, before I proceed, I want to know from the audience, just to know if any of you maybe understand or are following this specific challenge. When is the deadline for submitting the applications for the Tchoova Njinga Innovation Challenge? I'll be assisted by my colleagues, whether it's Faith, maybe to get in some answers, but when is the deadline for the submitting applications to the Tchoova Njinga Challenge? Unfortunately, we're doing this online, but when we did these physical sessions, whoever got it right, we're able to give them any prize or any sweets and etc., just for them ensuring that they're following whatever we're doing. However, since it's online, when is the deadline for submitting applications for this specific challenge? Any? Okay, Andre Kaunda has said the 30th of January. Anyone else? Simon, the 30th. Mungusa says the 30th. Louise says the 30th. So I think everyone knows exactly when this challenge is ending, when the deadline is. I can see that there are some questions there. We'll be able to come back to you. However, I think in the interest of time, we'll move on. So yes, this challenge, the deadline is on the 30th. Initially, it was on the 20th, but we extended the deadline to the 30th. So I hope everyone keeps in mind that this specific challenge, our closing the application stage on the 30th. So moving on from that, some even said 30th of January, even said the specific time to say 11:59. Wow, okay, Sibongi. All right. That's an accurate answer. So as I said, this is the timeline. So specifically, last year on the 9th of December, we launched it. We launched the Tchoova Njinga Innovation Challenge. And right now, as you can see, as I explained in the beginning, we're at the application stage for the core, where we are calling it the phase 1, right? So where now new innovators, your organizations, your businesses are applying. How you're applying by through this concept note that you'll be actually filling in. So as we said, firstly, it was on January the 20th, but it's been extended to the 30th. And then as we're still in the phase 1, as we said, there'll be an assessment and evaluation committee that will be going through your concept notes. There's a evaluation criteria. I think, as I said, as much as I perused through it, I'll be able to explain what this specific committee will be assessing. And based on our timeline, we're expecting that once we close on the 30th, the committee will be able to come in now and be able to evaluate these specific concept notes that you've submitted, and would have notified the semi-finalists by the 19th of February 2025. Moving on from that stage, the semi-finalists that have been picked or selected now will be invited to the phase 2 of this specific challenge or process. Where they'll be invited now, as I said, there are 2 phases of application. The first phase where you submit your concept note. The second phase is where you submit your full proposal. So in this full proposal, you'll be requested full request for application, right? So where now you'll be doing the full proposal, and you'll be able to also develop your budget there. And the deadline for this will be March the 10th, 2025. Once we move on from this phase, as we said, the challenge judges will review, will evaluate the full applications, and then they'll identify finalists. So finalists will be identified by April 7th, 2025. And once this phase has been done, these specific finalists will now go through a due diligence. Will now go through a due diligence checks and also contracting for finance. So if you notice here, there are 2 phases of where your specific applications will be reviewed. The first phase where you are submitting your concept note, and then the second phase when you're submitting your full proposal. And we're expecting that this due diligence specific process where now we're validating whatever is within your full proposal is by May 2025. Once we do this specific due diligence, I think we'll now have the shortlisting of now our finalists. And we'll have a finalist announcer, or we'll be able to announce our finalists. It will be a public event, and we're aiming for June 3rd, 2025. Why specifically this date? It's because this date is the World Bicycle Day. So we're trying to align with this specific day and be able to specifically select our finalists by this day and announce, right? So successful finalists will be announced and begin finalizing grant packages to kick off the implementation of their innovations. So in terms of these packages, I think I'll be able to break down any of these, what packages will be entailed if you are a finalist, depending on which stream you are in. I think maybe before I move on, maybe my colleague Faith, is there any questions that have come in specifically on this aspect? Okay, I think I've been given questions, but I think these ones are not really attending to the timeline. But I think there's one person that has asked about the presentation. So yes, please ensure that you join our WhatsApp group. That's where such presentations are being shared, and even this webinar link or any other links returning to these videos are being shared there. So there's a question to say some are facing a big hitch in internet, especially in Malawi rural areas. No any option whereby the app can be accepted by postal or hand. Just to answer this question, but also Emmas, I hope you have heard the question. I'll be able to come in, but also Emmas can also come in and contribute to this. But what we have done is we'll be having, we're calling them application clinics, where we have partners that are aware that we have applicants that are applying for this challenge. So for example, for those that are specifically having challenges, they can always come, specifically those that are in Milongwe, can come to MHub starting from next week, where what is happening is you'll be gained assistance or support in your challenges for you to be able to apply for the specific challenge. And in Zuzu, those that are in Zuzu, they can be able to go to Emerge Livelihoods. However, it is through you contacting them first that you are in need of assistance or support, and they'll be able to support you in terms of any resources that they have. And then in Blantyre, we are at Unipod, Mobas. If you have any challenges, you can always go there, and they can always be able to assist you so that you can successfully apply for the challenge. I think I'll ask Emma to also come in, just to maybe also answer on the specific question that was posed.
Okay, Azay, can you hear me? Azay, hello,
Yes, Emma, we can hear you.
So thank you so much. I want to add and compliment on what you were sharing. Number one is that we need to emphasize that the applications cannot be sent via post. You don't have a postal address that you will submit. So I want to encourage everybody to submit their applications via the challenge.gov webpage. You go there, you register. Azay is going to take us through how we can do that. But we are not receiving via post office. Also, what we are not doing is most of the applicants are sending their concept note submissions via email. And I want to say a big no to that. We are not accepting applications via email. All applications must be submitted via the challenge webpage. So that's number one. Someone is asking if they can have the materials, whether the PowerPoint or what. I think you can put the email in the chat. Please write to us. Anything you need can be shared via the Bytes email. So write to us at the bikes at dt-global.com. And once you email us, we are going to share everything that is there for you to use. I am going to share the WhatsApp link. I think I'm just going to put it in the chat very shortly. Somebody asked a question, Aze, if you can allow me. I have submitted the concept note, but I want to make some changes. I want to edit it before the 30th. Is that possible? Yes, it is possible. It's your submission. We are going to permit you to edit your concept note before 30 January. Again, write to us that you need to edit your submission via bytes at dt-global.com, and we are going to allow you to edit accordingly. Are we going to develop, submit ideas from scratch, maybe bicycle scratch? What we are going to say is very shortly, Aze is going to share with you the streams. You can do anything. Your submission can do with any innovation that is in the developing stage or that you want to scale up, as long as it has everything to do with a bicycle. So no motorcycle, no cars, but bicycle, whether it's an e-bike, whether it's a Tchoova bike, whatever kind of bicycle innovation. So those are welcome. Since I'm still around, I'm going to take more questions later. How do you access the WhatsApp platform? We are going to put the link right there in the chat, and you'll be able to access the WhatsApp group. It's open, and also the email. Over to you, Aze.
Thank you very much, Emas, for answering those questions. So, as we said, keep on coming with the questions. At some point, we'll be able to stop, and then Emas will be able to answer some questions, or I'll be able to answer some of these questions as well. So just to move on from this, we'll be going through the eligibility and evaluation criteria. So in this specific section, I'm going to explain who qualifies, who does not qualify, discuss what makes a competitive submission, right? This is a very important area, so kindly take note of what we'll be discussing, and ensure that your questions also come in so that I can be able to answer them, and also Emas can be able to answer them as well. So at concept note eligibility, specifically, I think we've been mentioning this over and over again. What type of solutions are we looking at? What type of solutions are we looking for, or innovations? Firstly, applications related to both bicycle bikes and e-bikes are eligible. If it's a motorcycle, that is not eligible in terms of a solution, but we're looking at pedal bikes, but also e-bikes are eligible. Geographical location, as I said, I think even at the start when I was talking about the background, when I spoke about the challenge statement, I spoke about 2 areas that we're looking to impact on. Specifically, must be based in Malawi or Zambia. So the lead organization of a partnership or consortium must be based in Malawi or in Zambia. So I think this is one of the questions that has always been coming in to say, what if I'm outside the country, but I'm interested in the challenge, I have a good solution, and etc. Yes, you can apply for this specific challenge. However, you can partner with someone that is, or an organization that is within Malawi or Zambia. And that organization will be the lead, but not you, since you are outside of these specific countries. So just to take note there, that to say that yes, the applicant might be outside the country, but for you to apply for this specific challenge, you need to partner with an organization or lead organization in Malawi or Zambia or in both. Then scaling stage, organizations must apply to one of two streams. So I'll be able to explain on what stream 1 is, or stream 2, transition to scale. Applicants to stream 1 must have at least a proof of concept, and applicants to stream 2 must have a scalable solution. I'll be able to dive deep into this specific aspect of stream 1 and stream 2. And just to stop here to say, I think we have had questions to say, are we able to apply for both streams? The answer is yes. However, you cannot be the lead for both streams. What I mean to say is that once you apply for stream 1 as a lead organization, you cannot apply for stream 2 as a lead organization, which means whoever you partner with should be the lead for another stream, because you're already a lead for another stream as well. I think we'll be able to dive deep into this, what it means. However, for you to be eligible, scale stage, it's either stream 1, you have developing innovation, or stream 2, you are in transition to scale. Then government organizations. Government organizations are not eligible to apply. So I think we had in our previous information sessions, we had some that asked to say, what if that person is a civil servant? And our answer was, as an individual, you are not representing the government, which means you are eligible to apply. But if you are representing a department to say that this department is in the government is applying for this specific challenge, then you are not eligible for this specific challenge. I think we had others that came in to say, no, we are just an association, but we affiliate with a government department. So we said, but they are not a government entity. They are eligible to apply because they are not a government organization. They are just affiliated. And then on partnerships, we welcome applications from sole organizations or organizations applying as a part of a partnership or consortium. This includes international organizations. So I think this answers where now maybe someone is outside the country and etc. But I'll be able to break down to say, if you're an international organization in a specific country, what does it entail? Which stream are you eligible to apply for? Then legal registrations. Applicants must be legally registered as a business or organization or willing to do so. For stream 1, unregistered organizations are eligible to apply if they are willing to legally register. So there, I think I've answered to say legal registrations, you must be legally registered, whether it's as a business or as an organization, or you're willing to do so. So which means that even if you're not registered, but you are applying for this specific challenge, you're eligible to still go on and apply, as long as you're willing to do so. I think we had several that came in to say, but I'm not registered as a business or maybe as an organization. What should I do? So this is an answer to you to say, even if you're not registered, kindly apply. That's why organizations like us, MHub, are coming in as a non-financial partner who will be supporting organizations like yours that maybe are lacking in some areas and they need help in terms of developing and scaling their business. Judges' evaluation. I think I had highlighted this at the onset to say that there will be a committee at the application stage 1 where they will review your concept notes Then at application stage 2, where they will be now reviewing your full proposal plus the budget. So these are the areas they will be looking at, right? So as we said, the panel will be comprised of experienced professionals who will collectively bring a range of experiences, right? And they will be briefed and oriented and what in terms of what they need to look for in terms of innovations and ideas. And the first thing is strategic fit, innovation, or is it unique? So the solution meets the challenge goals. So as you've seen, while improving on maybe goods or services, mobility, and it's impacting on lower income households, it's impacting on women and also the youth, right? Anticipated benefits of the solution clearly aligned with the challenge goals. The solution clearly contributes to the challenge indicators, including those in relation to the long-term sustainability to follow. This is something that will follow. And then the proposed technical approach of the solution is innovative and novel. Then we're also looking at the technical approach, which you see here is the percentage is higher than all these evaluation criteria. So the solution is feasible, technically and operationally sound. So I understand that, as we said, you are improving upon maybe a solution, maybe a solution that was brought out in a different country, but you're trying to apply it here. But the solution should be feasible and technically and operationally sound. The solution's implementation plan includes reference to potential obstacles, appropriate mitigation measures as well. And the goals and intended results of the solution are clearly outlined. So the judges will be also, scoring based on these specific aspects. Then the third part is the organizational capabilities, equity, and also localization agenda. So the applicants show evidence of related work in this area. The skills of the applicants are relevant to the solution. The applicants have experience operating in Malawi and Zambia. The applicants have the capability or potential to follow sound accounting, procurement practices, and have the capacity to adhere to USAID financial guidance. And the submission includes a clear plan for long-term local sustainability. So you can also pay attention to this. I'm sure some of you have seen applicants show evidence of related work in this area. So whatever solutions that you bring in, at least there must be evidence of you maybe doing a proof of concept, where maybe you did a trial to see if it's something that is feasible. But for those that maybe haven't done that feasibility, maybe this specific feasibility was already done in a different country, that also applies. However, for those that may say that no, they do not have, they haven't really done any feasibility or proof of concept for that specific idea or innovation, we encourage you to apply, because the judges will also be looking at the potential of your innovation or your idea. And then the applicants must experience operating in Malawi and Zambia or Zambia. So as you said, the applicants must be organizations that are experienced in running in Malawi or Zambia. That's why I think one of the things that we said is, if you're an international organization, or you're a business outside of Malawi or Zambia, or you're an individual outside of Malawi or Zambia, it will be better to partner with an organization here in Malawi or in Zambia, because we're also looking at the aspect of operating within these specific countries. Then the applicants have a capability or potential to follow sound accounting and etc. So we're also going to be looking at that, because shortly I'll be able to take you through all the streams. And as we said, it's a lot of money. We still need to say that as an organization or a business, we are able to do sound accounting and etc. And then aspect of gender, equity, inclusion considerations. Evidence of clear technical understanding of gender equality. As we said in the challenge statement, we're looking to empower women. We're also looking also an impact on youth, evidence of clear approach to tackling gender equality, women's empowerment, diversity, including in relation to monitoring and evaluation. So I'll stop here. I think I've spoken a lot. Now I'd want to know if you are paying attention to this specific section of my presentation. So I have a quiz here. I'd want to know if people are following, they're understanding, and if you have questions, feel free. An individual without a registered company can still apply to the Tchoova Njinga Innovation Challenge. Is this true or false? So I need answers from the audience. Is an individual without a registered company, can they still apply or not? Okay. So Prince K. Gondwe has come in and said true. Henry said true. Maria said true. Okay, yes, unless are willing to register the company. Okay. I think I've got a couple of questions here that we can be able to specifically answer. And yes, the answer is true. As we said, and you must be registered as a business organization, or you are willing to do so. So even if you're not registered, you can be able to apply for the challenge. We have a question here. I'll maybe come in, or Emmas can be able to come in. The question is, please clarify if we are only submitting the concept note for you provided, or are we also sending an additional concept note as an attachment? I'll be able to answer this, but also Emmas can be able to come in. So I'm not sure if you've been able to go to challenge.gov, but this phase of the challenge as you're applying, that is the concept note itself. But also, if you want to go through it before you go through the platform at challenge.gov, I'll be able to show you where you can download the concept note itself before you apply directly on the platform. So to answer your question, to say that no, we're not providing an additional attachment, but when you go on the challenge.gov on the platform and you directly go there and apply, that in itself are the questions of the concept note itself, and you'll be able to answer them. However, I'll be able to also show you a specific feature where you can go and download directly the concept note so that you can take it on offline, able to now fill in the document online as well. And then I think there was a question on this. The question okay, I think I've lost this question, but I think I'll be able to answer this in due time when I've gotten it again. However, I think maybe Emmas can also come in, maybe to answer this specific question that our colleague has asked. But I think maybe I've answered it adequately. And in the interest of time.
Yeah, as you have answered it well. So nothing to add. How many innovators will be selected? I mean, we've got $2.2 million, guys. Shortly, we'll show you the streams, stream 1 and stream 2. So lots of money to share to lots of innovators. I would just encourage you to apply. Our process is very transparent. You can go and check the challenge.gov. Once you go to Tchoova and Njinga, you would be able to get everything that you would need. There's a quick question from Ben. Benny Mbwana is saying, would you consider applicants whose registered firm is a non-bike mobility related sector, e.g. agribusiness, or buying and selling all things, e.g. stationary to apply? Why not? The challenge is open to any sector. We are not necessarily saying we are accepting from health, agriculture, or education, from all sectors. So feel free to apply anytime, anyhow, as long as you pitch in your innovation and get a chance to get the $2.2 million. Yeah.
Right, thank you, Amos. So I hope I've answered your question well. So now we'll be talking about the two streams. I think this is where most people are interested in. Which criteria, which stream are you eligible for, and etc. So as we said, the total grant pot is up to 2.2 million USD to be awarded with the following grants available. So stream one is between 25,000 USD to 100,000 USD each. And I think I'll be able to also explain on the aspect of how many will be selected for stream one, how many will be selected for stream two. However, as Emerson said, there's 2.2 million to be spent as well. Stream one is designed to nurture early stage, right? With potential to scale that could benefit from field testing and also user feedback. So this solution should have already demonstrated a proof of concept and undergone a preliminary testing with end users, right? So you have done a field testing for this specific solution, and you have demonstrated specifically a proof of concept, and now maybe you want to now go further with that specific testing. However, as I had mentioned before, so for some of you, you might say, maybe you have this idea, but you haven't done the proof of concept. So as you said, you are encouraged to apply. As long as it has transformative potential, the judges or the committee will be able to evaluate it accurately. So for those that you are saying maybe the proof of concept was already done in another country, yes, you can surely apply. Then for stream two, is from 200,000 USD to 400,000 USD each. This stream supports applicants with a proven solution, bicycle-based solution that is operational or it's viable, ready for expansion, whether through geographical expansion, whether maybe you want to expand in a different area. If you're in Lilongwe, maybe you want to expand in Zuzu, whether it's in Zomba, increasing operational scope, maybe you need specific production machinery, integrating complementary innovations, right, such as electric bikes. For some of you, you are asking in terms of maybe examples of bicycle innovations and etc. Right? There are some that are doing maybe outside of Malawi. They're doing mobile ambulances for rural areas, but they're using bicycles and etc. So such innovations are what we're looking for. Applicants must present a clear plan for scaling, backed by evidence of prior success in improving livelihoods. So now you can be able to see which stream you are in. However, as we said, or as I said, if you are looking to say, no, I think I'm eligible for both streams. As we said, if you are applying as a lead partner or organization, maybe for stream one, and you're saying, okay, I also want to apply for stream two, which means for stream two, you cannot be a lead organization. You would have to partner with someone else, and they be the lead, and you be the one that is supporting within that consortium or partnership. I hope that is clear. Yes, you can apply for both streams. However, you cannot be the lead organization or the lead that is applying for this challenge for both streams. Moving on from the streams. Now, this financial support. As I said, as MHub, we're coming in as a non-financial partner. Where now, you as innovators, when you become finalists, you also receive a package of financial support. So both virtually and in person, support development of your solutions. But there's also a non-financial partner in Zambia as well that will also be providing that financial support to those finalists that are also in Zambia, right? So this package includes training, right? So group trainings covering all key things, mentoring, tailored sessions between innovator teams and an identified professional, where they're helping you scale whatever idea in this specific sector in. And then engagement events, where we'll be doing events with the key stakeholders to support networking, peer learning, right, marketing, and etc. So before I move on, do you have any questions? Do you have any questions on eligibility criteria and funding streams? So I'm seeing that here Prince says, can registered organizations directly apply for stream 2? So if you are in Malawi, if your organization is in Zambia and you feel like you are eligible for stream 2 and you are registered, you are eligible to apply. As long as you have a bicycle solution and you are within these specific criteria and you are not a government organization, you are eligible to apply. I think here there's a question here for you, maybe Emas. Will there be further funding rounds for projects that are in stream 1 now, but may transition to stream 2 at a later date, i.e. to scale up successful project under stream 1? A very good question. Maybe Emas can be able to come and answer this specific question.
Yeah, interesting. Ian, that's a very interesting question. I think in the design of the challenge as it is now, I think encouragement is being done to innovators to apply in these two streams, stream 1 and stream 2. So your question is, I have applied for stream 1, but I think at a later stage, I now discover that maybe I may need to transition or scale it up. The only challenge that we have there is that the funding for both stream 1 and 2 are being given at the same time. And so I believe by then would have already exhausted the 2.2 because now we would fund stream 1 at the same time with stream 2 and provide non-financial support at the same time. I cannot speak of what may happen further. Maybe yes, maybe no, but as of now I would say no because of how the design of disbursement of the funds has been designed. But maybe when we get to that bridge, it would be interesting to see maybe who else might be interested to fund great ideas, great innovations that may come out of the challenge. So I'd encourage you to continue to apply, and if a window opens, then there'll be a win for you.
Thank you for that, Emas. And then I think I'll be able to answer this question. Would you consider an applicant or applicants whose registered firm is in a bicycle or mobility-related sector, e.g. agribusiness or buying and selling? I think this is not limited to what the organization is doing, as long as I think you have a bicycle solution and this solution itself is impacting in the specific goals of this specific challenge. So I think it's not limited to a specific sector. As long as you as an organization, you have a solution that you want to scale, or you have a solution in the bicycle specific bicycle solution or bicycle related solution that you want to impact, whether it's in low income households whether it's for women and etc. So this is not something that is limiting. Moving forward from that, so now we'll be going into how to apply for this specific challenge. I think for some, initially when we launched this, some were having challenges, were able to do a live demo. For those that are now here on this information session, we'll be able to go to this live demo. I encourage you that you have, whether it's your laptop or your phone, that way we'll be going through together the whole process of you applying for this specific challenge. We'll be able to navigate through it. We'll go through it, walk through step by step, and also go through the how you can submit a concept note, and also on the grant interface side. So I'm seeing there's more and more questions coming in. We're seeing them, but once I go through this live demo, some of these questions will be able to answer them. So firstly, as we said, you go on Google and type challenge.gov. So as I said, this is going to be a live demo. I'll be waiting for those that are online. You'll be able to also comment to say that, yes, okay, we've Googled and typed challenge.gov, and we'll be going through it together so that everyone understands what you need to do. So as I said, firstly, we Google challenge.gov. Once you do so, I think the link has also been put there on the chat. So I'm waiting for all of you to Google challenge.gov and go to the landing page. Those that are online, kindly confirm that you are on that page on challenge.gov. Anyone on challenge.gov, please confirm before I proceed. Okay, so at least one has confirmed that they're on challenge.gov, and they've confirmed that they're there. So once you go onto that landing page for the USID, once you scroll down, I'm sure you'll be able to see that there are several challenges there, but the third challenge you see is Tchoova Njinga Innovation Challenge. Just go and click there. However, for those that maybe are not able to find the challenge.gov, just go on search and type challenges. And I'm sure Tchoova Njinga Innovation Challenge will be able to appear there. Once you click the challenge, the Tchoova Njinga Innovation Challenge will be able to show you this specific page that I'm showing you at the moment, right? So for those that I had mentioned that the concept note, before you apply online, you can be able to download the document itself so that you can do it offline before you start applying. So for you to do this, what you can do is, as you can see there below, this page, there's overview. You can go and check the information on the overview of the challenge. The timeline that I've mentioned, you can also go there and check on the timeline just to reconfirm. the prizes, the rules, the judging criteria, how to enter. Then you can go on resources. So on resources, that's where now you find the concept note document, and you can be able to download and be able to just apply it online, offline, before you go directly online and apply for the challenge. Then there's contacts there. You'll be able to also get contacts of the emails from our colleagues, DT Global, and you can be able to ask questions. And feel free to do so because they'll be able to answer you. So once you get to this page, it will ask you to create an account. So if you go there to the right top corner there, you see that it will ask you to create an account. So you click there, and it will ask you to specifically create your account in Campus, right? You put in your email address. So mind you, I hope you put an email address that specifically works. So for those that maybe have clicked and are creating and you are here, kindly confirm just one or two that you are specifically here on this specific aspect. In Campus, it's asking you for a login. I'm asking for one or two of you just to confirm a yes. For those that are having challenges, please let us know. My colleague will be able to help as well. So as I said, once you click there, it will bring you to in Campus, and there you put in a workable email, an email that you access, not an email that you do not access. Then from there, you add in your password, and then you create a new account, and etc. Once this happens, the specific platform will ask you 3 or 4 questions. Do you want to continue before confirming via your email, or confirm via your email that you're applying for this specific challenge? So I'd advise that once you create this, there will be a link that will be sent to your email. Go to that link and click on the specific link, and it will directly take you to where you now start applying for this specific challenge. And then it will take you to a page where now it will ask you about your organization, who are you in terms of position, your contact details, and then you start applying. So I hope here it's clear for those that are doing it. I hope you are able to create your new account. A link has been able to do not skip to the link phase, but directly go to your specific email, click on that link, and then it will take you directly. To where you can now start applying. Good. I think we're together. So I think one of the challenges that we've had is that maybe some of them are unable to access this specific platform and going to direct you to apply. So ensure that when you create this account, you go to your email, ensure that the email is workable, and from there, you can be able to click the link and be able to start applying. I think one more question that came in last time is that for those that are not registered, one of the things that is coming in within the platform is that you must be able to add in what your organization name is. And the question was, we're unregistered, and what if we add in a name of an organization that already exists? So one of the answers that we brought in was that I think as you are doing this challenge, you need to do research and be ready to say that moving forward, even if you go through, you are going to be registering your business. So as you're registering or as you're applying, you need to now start thinking what the name of your organization is and be able to put it there, right? I hope for some of you that had this question, I've answered this specific aspect. It seems we're together. So maybe someone to confirm to me, one or two that have been able to go through the email phase, now they're able to reach that phase where they can start applying. Anyone to confirm that they've been able to go through the whole process now, they're able to apply. No one has been able to go through to that page? Or we are together? Okay, I'm seeing Wesley and the others also confirming that we are together. But as I said, the process itself, you go on challenge.gov, and then from there, if you cannot find it, you can always search for it. Once you do that, you create an account, and then from there, go to your email address, click on the link, and it will take you to the application. Good. We're together, which is good, So before I move on, just to know if we have understood the criteria. Okay, I think there's now a question to say, please repeat where one should click to get to a campus. So another way to do it is when you click on the Tchoova Njinga Innovation Challenge page, click on apply on external website. There's an orange specific feature there that is reading apply on external website. Once you click there, because you do not have an account, it will directly ask you to now log in or create an account. So as you are seeing here, that specific part that is orange, written apply on external website, you click there. Once you click there, because you do not have an account, or you haven't created an account, it will directly ask you to now create an account. It will now take you to in campus. And in campus there, that's where now you'll be able to create that account. I hope Mr. Jibwana were clear there. And then you'll be able to now create your account, ensure that the email that you're adding there is an email that you use. A link will go to your email, whether it's your Gmail, Yahoo, and etc. Then you can now click to go and start applying for the challenge. So moving on from that, I hope, Mr. Jibwana, that was clear. I think I've spoken on a lot of aspects, or specifically this challenge, right? So I have a pop quiz here, a multiple choice, where now I'm saying which of the following is not a criteria we will be evaluating during the concept note phase. So which of the following is not a criteria we will be evaluating during the concept note phase. Gender, equity, diversity and inclusion, budget, organization capacity, innovation, and technical approach. So which of the following is not a criteria we will be evaluating during the concept note phase? Okay. Gilbert says budget. What are others saying? What are others are saying? Maria says A. So someone says A again. So the right, so Levi says budget and technical approach. Mr. Miller says budget. So the right answer is budget. So in the concept note stage, we are not looking at your budget. We'll only be looking at your concept note, at your concept note stage. So let's be clear there. Right now, don't really focus on the budget. Focus on the concept note, your technical approach, your innovation, how that is impacting on women, also low income households and etc. So for now, the budget is not something that will come in. Once you go through the semi-finalist phase, as you are doing that as well, that's when now you're doing the full proposal. As you're doing your full proposal, you will now be able to now do your budget. I think so before I move on, is there any questions? Any questions that you need to ask to me and Emma's will be able to answer you. So Emma's, I think maybe you can take this question. Even if not being assessed, should we include rough budgetary information if we have it? Maybe Emma's can be able to come in on this one.
Okay. No, thank you, Ian. At this stage, we are not concerned with the budget. Maybe for you, you could have projections, but keep them aside. They will not be assessed, or they will not be used to disadvantage you or to advantage you in any way. Only those that will make it to phase 2 will now be requested to submit full proposal. So at full proposal stage is when now you can be able to support to now include the budgetary information. I hope that is clear. Somebody was failing to log in into the challenge page. Matthews Kabango, I would say make sure you are on the right website. I think there is challenge.gov that has been pinned into the chat by MHub. Follow that. You'll be able to get there. I think I can just also respond to a few questions that were raised before. Somebody asked again if they can edit their submission. So I think we responded in the chat. As long as you send that request for editing using the bikes at dt-global.com, I think you'll be able to be assisted. What if the innovation is tackling 2 solutions? One, the product, which is a bicycle, and 2, the service. Is it eligible? We said that in the challenge statement, we are looking for transportation of goods or transportation of people, but also delivery of services. So as long as it is a bicycle or a bike, not a motorbike or a car, anything is welcome. We are looking for innovations in the developing stage, number one. Developing stage goes to stream number one. We are also looking for innovations that are already mature. You have proof of concept. You want to scale those up. Scale up geographically, whether from here to Zambia or from Zambia to Malawi, or scale up in production or in any way. Those could go to stream number two and compete. So don't feel infringed in any way. I know that question is coming again, Ben in Bwana. Do innovations concerning tricycles be considered, or it is strictly two-wheel bicycles, as we said? So I think in the meantime, we are accepting anything bicycle. So there are some innovations that would add wheels to the bicycle. Those are also permitted for entry. The judges would use the evaluation criteria we shared to make sure that these are judged fairly. So whether you make the innovation an e-bike or you'd want it to remain a traditional bike, that's okay. But those ideas and those innovations will still be welcome. We can engage further if you send us an email, and we can provide for you a very clearly articulated response. Aze, allow me to answer the last question. Somebody had requested, I think it was Ian, he said, and I responded to that question, to say if they have applied in stream one, and then later they feel like maybe they may need to get more funding. So I said that we are giving all the funding now once the winners are known. I wanted to emphasize that we cannot guarantee further funding to the innovators once you become a finalist. But this should be, well, you should quote me correctly, but we do reserve the right to add further funding or further grants to whoever we may see fit in the challenge as the challenge continues. So that's why I encourage you guys to continue to apply, because maybe there might be some add-on funding, but we cannot guarantee that at this stage. Over to you.
Thank you for that, Emas. I think Emas has been able to tackle the questions, and these have been really helpful. I hope they are helpful to you. I hope they are helpful to you. So moving on from that, and before I move on, just to say that for those that will continue having challenges, specifically on applying online, if you are in Lilongwe, we're planning to have application clinics. What it means is that you can be able to come to MHub, and the team will be able to support you just to ensure that you apply for the challenge itself. And we're doing this from the 27th, which is from Monday, to the 29th. There are specific times that we have allocated so that the staff here can be able to support you. So at MHB, we're saying by within these days, from 10 to 12 noon, you can be able to come at MHub in the morning. Staff will be able to support you. In the afternoon, it will be from 2 o'clock to 5 p.m. You can be able to come in as well, walk in. Staff here will be able to support you in this aspect. And then in Blantyre, we have Mubas, Unipod. They will be doing this application clinic on the 28th of January, and the Unipod space will be open from 8 to 3 p.m. And you can be able to go there. As for Mzuzu at Emerge Livelihoods, if you're interested, you can always go at Mzuzu here, or at Emerge Livelihoods rather, or we can always share your contact so that you can be able to contact them and they can be able to tell you when you can come and they can give you that assistance. So as I said, here in Nilongwe, MHub, this application clinics will be done from the 27th to the 29th. The times that we've allocated from 10 to 12 a.m. and then from 2 to 5 p.m. At Mubas, it will be done on the 28th. You can be able to go to Unipod and they can be able to help you or support you. And they'll be open from 8 to 3 p.m. As from Mzuzu, as you said, the emerging livelihoods, we can be able to share you the contacts and they can be able to allocate you to say, come at this time, we can be able to support you. So as we move forward, I still have specific questions for you so that I should know if I've done my job and you understand this specific challenge, the eligibilities, the evaluation criteria, and etc. So this question goes to you. Name one of the eligibility criteria and share briefly what it's about. So anyone on the chat, you can just go there and name eligibility criteria that you've understood clearly and just briefly explain what it entails. Right? I think I've been able to mention a lot of eligibility criteria to you. And I'm sure some of you can be able to answer me in terms of which eligibility criteria we're looking for this bicycle innovation challenge. Anyone? Okay. Brian says no government organizations. Okay. I just need 2 more answers so that I know that this has been well understood. Okay. CBOs are eligible. Okay, 1 more before we continue. Okay. Gender inclusiveness. Okay, I got the last answer. And then the last one would be okay. I think answers are still coming in. Registered in Malawi or Zambia, no government organizations. Yeah, which are right. Individuals. So now my next one is a true or false one. You can partner with a government, clinic, or school for the Tchoova and Njinga project. So I think you've already been able to answer this, to say no government organizations, which is good. You understand. Great. Then there's this one to say local registered entities can apply multiple times under 2 streams in a partnership with both countries with a 9 bike related idea. Which one here do you think is not fitting? Which one of these do you think is not fitting? Local registered entities can apply, A, multiple times, under 2 streams, in a partnership with both countries with a 9 bike related idea. In the other information sessions, we're able to ask others. Some were able to answer. Now we need to see which group Okay. Danny says E. The others, Matthew says E. Okay, yes. So the answer is E. From all these, under two streams, yes, you can apply, but we said that on this aspect, you cannot be lead for both of those streams. In a partnership, yes. With both countries, yes. If your solution is impact in Malawi and in Zambia, yes, you can be able to do that. But the one that is not fitting is with a non-bike related idea. So the information for the challenge, where can it be found? And where do you need to submit this concept note? This is another specific. Anyway, I think my colleague has already said she spoiled it for me, this specific question. It seems she already sent you the link on the chat, which means you already know. So as I said, it's challenge.gov, where you're submitting it is at in campus, right? So I think majority of you know. For those that are coming in, search challenge.gov, then your submission goes directly to in campus, right? That's where the concept note is. Frequently ask questions and answers. So here, if I'm from Malawi or Zambia and live outside the country, can I still apply? So I think maybe some of you, as I said before, if you are beyond Malawi or Zambia, am I really able to apply? So as I said, if you reside abroad, but maintain professional ties in one of those countries, you may still apply, provided that you form a partnership with a registered entity in the targeted country or serve as a supporting member of the lead applicants team. So you cannot be a lead applicant, but you can be a supporting member. Then you'll be eligible to apply. Can I apply if I'm an organization is an international development agency with headquarters in the US? Yes, absolutely. As long as your submission comes from the country office in either Zambia or Malawi. However, you are only eligible for stream 2, right? So take note of that. If you're an international development agency with headquarters in the US, right? Ensure that you submit it via your country office in Zambia or Malawi. However, you're only eligible for stream 2. So only organizations or businesses headquartered in Zambia and Malawi can apply for stream 1 as a lead applicant, as well as stream 2. So the privilege is if you're an organization in Zambia, if you're an organization in Malawi, you can apply for both streams, right? However, if you're applying for both streams, make sure that you're only a lead applicant for one stream. You're not eligible to be a lead applicant for both streams. If you're outside of Malawi, ensure that you partner or you have a country office that is applying from Zambia or Malawi. Then if I am an individual and don't have a registered organization, am I still eligible? Yes. However, should you be selected as a finalist, you must register as a business or organization. Our team will be able to assist you during this process. So as I said, there's a package where financial partners are coming in, partners like us, MHub, who will be supporting you in some of these processes to ensure that whether you are registered based on your organization or your business. Can I apply for both streams of funding? So I said yes. However, you can only apply for the lead applicant for only one of the streams. You can apply solo for stream 1, but also part of a consortium for stream 2. So you see the examples that I'm bringing in to say that you can apply for both, but maybe for stream 1, you apply solo, but for stream 2, you apply in a consortium, but you're not the lead within that consortium. If I need to purchase hardware for my innovation, does the challenge support purchasing raw materials aside from Malawi for fabrication to incorporate into my innovation? All grants will receive a financial package, as I said, which will comprise of mentoring, networking, skills building, and etc. So we'll be able to support in some of these. But a list of restricted items can be found under how to apply tab, because as USID and etc., they must have unrestricted or restricted items that you cannot really. Okay. Moving on from that, are you looking for a specific call to action, or can you submit any idea? So as we said, your submission must address the program challenge statement, which is to develop or scale a cost-effective bicycle solution, which is impacting rural areas in Malawi or Zambia or both, right? Enables effective transportation for people, goods, and also services. For specifically low-income households, but also women. How many awards will you be issuing? I think this is a question that someone asked in the chat. So the ideas team intends to award up to 30 fixed amount awards for stream 1 and up to 6 awards for stream 2. So these may include renewal grants. Individual awards for stream 1 are not expected to exceed 100,000 USD, and for stream 2, not exceed 400,000 USD. So as we said, this is not a hard ceiling. The ideas team is open to innovative ideas that may require more funding. So as I said, the first stream, they're looking at 30 fixed amount awards for stream 1. And then for stream 2, it's 6 awards. However, this has been done because this will be an intensive screening and assessment to be able to select those that are from stream 2, or those that have applied for any project or challenge for USID. You would understand that the screening is very intensive. Moving on from that, can I edit my application after I've already submitted it? So I think there was this question before, and that is a yes, as long as it is before the deadline. After the deadline, you won't be able to edit your application. If you need support, please reach out to the team, bikes@dt-global.com, if you need any support. And I assure you they'll be able to answer you, and you will be assisted. Then, can I download the application materials to work offline? Yes, you can find the PDF versions of the concept note. As I told you, when you go on the platform, go on the tab below that is written resources to your bottom right. And there you'll find the PDF document, and you'll be able to download. I think at this specific moment, I've reached the end of this specific presentation. I think now we'll reach a juncture where now we'll give you a chance to ask questions. I think there were already questions that were pointed out online. I'll let Emma be able to answer them. But if there's more questions that you'd want for us to answer or clarify, please do. On to you, Emma. Thank you.
Thank you, Azay. Quite very elaborate in explaining. So let me start with Ian's question. How will Trump's recent announcement of a 90-day freeze for all US foreign assistance programs impact this challenge. We have been getting inquiries about this challenge, but let me assure you that that freeze does not affect the challenge in any way. That freeze mostly is for those programs that were to come. So if programs were still in the pipeline for people to finalize and all that. So I think as it stands now, we are safe from that. So apply, and everything is gonna be fine. Don't worry about it. There was a question about, I should read it from Tiwo Sintuonge. He says, may you please answer my question. Can I apply for stream 1 without a physical prototype, but I've got an idea or a concept that is a solution to the challenge? I'll answer this question in this way. Stream 1, and I would like you to pay attention. So stream 1 is designed to nurture early stage ideas with transformative potential that could, in the end, benefit from prototyping or field testing and also user feedback. We are looking at solutions or innovations that should have already demonstrated proof of concept and maybe perhaps undergone preliminary testing with end users. So if you only have an idea in your mind, you haven't really tried that anywhere else. If you apply, it will be very difficult in the competition because not that we will not accept your application, we will accept it, but I think the judges will now be looking at those elements. Has this your idea been demonstrated somewhere in a way that maybe you have got an MVP or a prototype, or maybe you have tested it in a preliminary way somewhere else? So that would be the disadvantage to you just submitting an idea that is just in your head right now. You don't even have an idea whether it's going to work or not, or something like that. So that would be the big disadvantage to people just submitting purely ideas. But if you have been working on something over the past period, and maybe you know there's potential for this to be tested somewhere else, that will be a very big advantage to you in a big way. So that's how I'm going to respond to that question. To say that would be the way forward for us. Can we apply straight to stream 2 if we are registered? I think Prince Gondwe asked that question, and the answer is why not? As long as you know what is demanded of you in each stream, follow the rules and the guidelines, you'll be able to do that. If there are any questions or any assistance, please write to us at bikes@dt-global.com, and be assured to be responded to. We'll be able to do that and support you accordingly. So Aze, allow me to leave. There's another bikes activity happening already right now, so I'll jump onto that. And if there are any questions people have, if they throw them to bikes, I think I and my team will be able to respond to that. And really appreciate for having me and everybody else. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you, Amos. I think you've been able to answer majority of the questions. So for some of your questions, if you want to be answered, you can always email bikes@dt-global.com. They'll be able to answer. For those that want to access this information session, it will be posted on MHub page on Facebook. You'll be able to access it and be able to go back to it and be able to watch it again if need be. As we said, we're having application clinics in Nilonga and Blantyre, here in Nilonga at MHub, from next week, the 27th to the 29th. The times are 10 to 12, and then from 2 to 5 p.m. And then at Mubas, Unipod, you can go at Unipod on the 28th. They'll be able to assist you from 8 to 3 p.m. for those that need support and etc. Otherwise, thank you all for joining this information session. I wish you all the best as you apply for this specific innovation challenge, and hopefully I'll be able to be seeing you as finalists on June 3rd, 2025. Thank you. Have a good day.